Hi, this is Dan Ireland, and this is Trailers from Hell, and it is my supreme pleasure to talk about Robert Aldrich's great film, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, starring the immortal legends Bette Davis and Joan Crawford, who you can see here with Jack Warner at probably the happiest moment of the entire production, the signing of the contract. And from the rest of the time, it was all fun and games.
Sister, sister, oh so fair, why is there blood all over your hair?
Director Aldrich had never really done a film that really so heavily involved women, and he had two women on his hands that I think he never really understood quite what he was getting into, or perhaps he did. Jack Warner did, because he'd had experience with both Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. But this is also a great film to show that there is life for actresses over 40, and today in Hollywood, it's a very good thing. Bette Davis gave a career-stopping performance in this film. It's something that when you hit that golden age of your life, that you get a role as plumb as Jane Hudson, that you leap at it, and she did, as did Joan Crawford. The stories on the set are infamous about how wonderfully they got along. Joan ended up bringing a whole cooler full of Pepsi every day, and just to annoy her, we hear that Bette Davis insisted that everyone around her drink Coca-Cola, and this is apparently a very true story. The film was absolutely a whole new genre of older women going to hell. Bette Davis was nominated for an Academy Award for her amazing performance. When Aldrich first showed the film to Bette Davis, she broke down in tears at the end of the film, and Aldrich was so surprised. And he went up to Bette and said, "Why are you crying? Are you finding this emotional? Were you moved?" And she said, "I look so ugly." The night that the Oscars were presented, Joan Crawford happened to show up. She managed to call Anne Bancroft because Anne Bancroft was unavailable to accept the Academy Award. So Joan's revenge was that she got to go and accept the Academy Award for Anne Bancroft that night at the Oscars, and it annoyed Bette Davis to no end. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? Watch it if you haven't watched it recently. You'll love it.
And the answer is total suspense. No, we can't show you anymore.